So yeah, why is it that girls always fall out on vacation, or like Miami specifically? Like, is there a curse or something? Because I don't know. I'm gonna do a story time on me falling out with my best friend and her trying to literally get with my ex like after. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's blessed, doing good. Hope your mental space is right, in a great space. And yeah, so coming back with another story time. It was crazy, guys, but anyway, so at the time I was talking to this guy. We're gonna name him Harlem because he was from Harlem at the time, okay? And he was like, yo, come to Miami, I'm gonna book your stuff. I didn't want to stay with him because I like, why am I staying with you talking, but like I'm not ready to do all that yet. Like, I'm not one of these little girls out here that's like moving fast. Boom, he books it, whatever. And I didn't want to go alone, so then I told my best friend, I'm like, yo, let's go. And it was like an event going on out there. I forgot what event it was, but there was an event going on. A lot of like people were out there, like high-end people. So I told her and she was like, okay, bet. Like, one thing about her, like, she never had a problem with like booking anything or whatever. Like, we would just be out. So let's just, you know, we're just gonna stay together. So one of her other friends lived in Miami already. She didn't tell me, she told me last minute, which I'm always cool with like people coming along and like stuff like that. So that was fine. So, and then there was another girl too that I didn't know. So I was like, okay, hold on. But whatever, I'm cool as hell. So I was just like, whatever, like the more the merrier, especially if they fire, like, let's go. Baddies outside, like, you know the vibes. So my flight was running late, right? And I wasn't linking with him first. Like, I wasn't going to see him first. I wanted to see, clearly, my girls. I'm a girl's girl. So I wanted to see my girls first. Well, my girl. It was late. I didn't eat. As soon as you leave, well, this is my preference, right? As soon as I get off a flight, I want to shower. Like, I want to shower. I want to change. I want to get dolled up, darling. And I want to be who I am. Like, when you're on a flight, short or long flight, like, that's just what you do. Like, you're cleanly. They were not at the hotel. They were out to eat. So clearly I have my luggage and everything. I want to go to the hotel, but they couldn't check in because it was under my name. I thought like they would be in a vicinity around the hotel. They was like further away from the hotel. My Uber, there was so much traffic. Miami traffic is like insane, okay? Like, just like crazy. So there was so much. Miami's my second home, by the way. Miami, I'll be there soon for good. We end up at this place. Mind you, this spot is like so ritzy. Like, it's like who's in there. They're literally eating. I'm in an airport fit with sneakers on. So make it make sense. Like, y'all couldn't pick like a chill spot. So that kind of got me tight, like, number one. Number two, I go in there. She's acting like she's like drunk as hell and just like acting crazy the whole night. I don't have time for that right now because I want to get to the hotel. Like, I had a long flight, whatever. The thing about her is that she was known to be selfish anyway. Like, she was known to be like that, but like in my eyes she was like a good person. Like, I would like just move past that. We finally leave. She's like really she was boy crazy too, so like she was just doing the most. Her friend, I got a good vibe from her. She was cool at first. So we finally go to the hotel. We get to the room. We got a suite. Like, I don't know, the vibes start to be off. Like, I'm very intuitive. So, like, when I start feeling the vibes is off, they're off, honey. Like, they are off, darling. I take a shower and the whole nine and do my makeup and do my hair. We were supposed to meet with somebody that they had, like, met or whatever on some yacht. It was like going around in circles. Like, I like when stuff is prepared. I love when stuff is spontaneous too, because that's like the best times that things happen is like being spontaneous and it's not planned. But like for this, if you already know, like they was texting me on the flight and stuff like, yo, we outside tonight, blah blah blah. So I'm like, oh yes. And I wasn't linking with what's his face yet because I just wasn't doing it yet. Harlem. Okay. So it's just annoying. So everything's going around in circles. Mind you, I'm fully dressed. I'm looking like a baddie, like, hands down. This when I had I was like stormy. I had like gray hair and stuff. The guy calls. We go to wherever he's at, right? And I'm like, because I know Miami the back of my hand, so I forgot the address, but I was like, oh, what area this is, but I know it's not a good area like that. So I'm like, who did you meet over here? Girl, they was saying that they was doctors and surgeons, these people that they met on the boat, okay? Why are you staying in the hood, child? So we get there, child. I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm trying to hear if there's gunshots and stuff. I'm just like, oh no. I'm like, get me out of here. Okay, get me out of here. We get in there. They're like, I mean, they're like grown, okay? They're like grown, and they acting like they 5. Okay, so we're taking shots, of course. We took shots, finally. Mind you, it was hours afterwards, okay? It was like hours afterwards. We was wasting time in the whole 9 because these guys didn't know what they were doing. So, we get there, and so yeah, we're taking shots the whole 9. It wasn't even a vibe. Like, it wasn't even a vibe. I wasn't even having fun while taking these shots, okay? Just 4 of us. We're sitting on the couch, right? And they're like, come on, get up and dance. We want you guys to dance for us. And I'm like, please don't play with me today. Like, do not play with me today. And I'm texting my guy, whatever. I'm like, where you at? Like, I need to see you because I can't do this. Like, then I started to be like, okay, I need to see. But then I was like, oh my God, wait, hold on. It's like 2, 3 a.m. Nah, let me not do that yet. Let me see him tomorrow during the day, fill out the vibes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make him wait. He's calling me because I already opened that door, which I shouldn't have. I was like, Britt, dang. It was just a flop of a night. Like, it was a waste of a night. We just go back to the hotel. They're just like being so weird. Like, her energy was off. I don't know what it was, but you know when you just like see like a hater from afar, and like she's already done weird stuff in the past, but not to the extent where like you are just like done, but you can tell. So I was getting those red flag vibes from her, and this is supposed to be my best friend allegedly. Okay, she was just acting really different like with the other girls. You know me, I don't have a problem because I'm a vibe all by myself. I'm just a super vibe. We end up going to sleep. We wake up the next day to do breakfast. So we went to breakfast. Breakfast was a vibe. I don't know. She was being really off. Like, I pulled her to the side and I was just like, is everything okay? Like, are we good? And she was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, girl. Like, because that's how she talked. She was like, yeah, girl, we're fine. Child. They wanted to go somewhere afterwards, right? And like literally we just woke up, went to breakfast, like brush our teeth, went to breakfast. Like, I wanted to shower. Okay, I wanted to shower. Like, I just wanted to do that because we then like after that we was like running around and stuff. So I went to shower, and then the other girl wanted to shower too, but one of the girls was being weird and she was just like, oh no, let's just go here. Like, my boys at SLS, we were gonna go to SLS. So I'm like, okay, you know what, whatever, I'll just meet you there. I'm just gonna take a shower, whatever. After that, I was just like, whatever. I started posting on my story, like, who else is in Miami? And then I hit up on my guy, whatever. I seen him. We had, like, a great time and stuff. But then he was, like, doing a lot, so I had to go. I really just, like, walked. I took a walk by myself because I was, like, really upset. Because I'm like, how could you, like, do this? Like, it's the people you least expect will do you the dirtiest. Like, literally, it's the people you least expect. I was by myself walking down like Collins and then work, but I knew a lot of people out there too, but my mental was so messed up. I didn't want to like put that energy on anybody else. Walking, I lost service because the Wi-Fi out there like be crazy sometimes, and I have Verizon. I don't know what was going on, but I didn't have no service. I was working on my own. I was like FaceTiming my other friends and stuff, and they were just like, you gotta be careful, like, what are you doing? You gotta be careful. And I'm like, I know. Then I just got an Uber, and then I hit one of my other girls that were out there, and then me and her had a ball. Like, papers, just gorgeous. That's my fucking baby. Got back to the hotel. I literally said if I stayed in a hotel room with them, I was gonna go to jail. So I went and I bought my own other suite because we got it like that, babes. I bought my own other suite for me and me only. Took my luggage out because I literally said it's gonna be a hell of a shit show in here. I was on 10. My rage was on 10. So I go to the front desk. I'm like, I need a room now. I need a new room. I don't care if that's sold out. I'll pay whatever. If you want to see mad police here, then you better give me a room right now. Because the front desk was talking about they don't have any more rooms available. Everything's sold out. I'm like, if you don't want to see the news here and the police here, you're going to find me a room, babes. You're going to find me a room. And she found me a room. I checked in. I was livid. I took all my stuff out from the other room. I took my luggage. I took everything. They were using my soap. They were using my shampoo. They were using like everything I had because I just don't have nothing, okay? Just be bums on the low, okay? These girls be bums, okay? They show all this stuff. No, they be bums. Took all my stuff out. I got my room. I hit up my other friends. We was outside putting, like, literally, thank God I had other people out there because I wouldn't know what to do. Just been by myself. So this is the craziest thing, right? So when I'm outside, she gonna call my phone, and this is hours after, like, could have been kidnapped, like, stuff could have happened to me, the whole nine. They called my phone at 10 p.m. They called my phone at 10 p.m., babes. At 10 p.m., okay? The last time I talked to them that day was at 1 p.m. So y'all waited like 10 hours afterwards to even see if I'm okay? Yeah, you. They kept calling me. She's like, why are you so mad? Oh my God, I wanted to jump through the phone. So yeah, so we had a great night. Hit up the strippy, met some great people and all that, and we just had a vibe. And the next day I was leaving. We were out there for like, I think like 4 days, whatever. We're leaving. So when I'm getting in, I'm walking into the hotel by myself, whatever. We got in at like 5 a.m. And I'm walking in. This guy's like, yo. I'm like, God, I'm like, great. I'm gonna have to pretend to play crazy because that's what you gotta do. Girls, you gotta pretend to play crazy, okay? If you're dolo, if you're by yourself, you gotta pretend that you're a skit. I'm walking in the elevator and he's like, yo, I need your help. I'm like, why do you need my help? What's wrong? So I'm getting a little nervous because I'm like, listen, I gotta go to the room. I'm like, yo, my man's waiting for me. I'm like, my man's waiting for me in the room. Like, what do you need? He's like, I don't give about your man. I don't care about your man. I'm like, oh my God. Like, it was just crazy. He was like, I'm wanted right now. I want to run. I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you want to run for? I'm like, sir, what do you want to run? I can't even make this up. Like, life is crazy. I'm like, what do you want to run for? I can't even say what he said because it was like literally crazy. So I had to get crazy back. Like, yeah, I was on the run before too. Like, because this is the first time in my life I was ever scary. And he looked crazy as hell. Like, I can't even make this up. Like, he looked insane. He was like, can I crash with you for the night? I'm like, my man's in the room. Like, I was just trying to think of anything on top of my head. I'm like, my man's in the room. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm like, listen, all the best of luck to you. Like, I hope you do good. He's like, nah, you too fine. I don't even know if I want to be on a run without you. Boy, if you don't go somewhere with that, okay? Like, life is crazy. I always encounter the craziest people. Like, I can't wait till I do like IRL and real life stuff and vlogs because you guys are gonna be like, I've run into the craziest people. God, he literally had a backpack and everything. He was like, my man's about to pick me up. We about to drive. I don't even know. He said he was wanted, and I don't even know. Acted like, I can't see, I fly, bye. I go to my room, I lock every last latch on my door, and I barely slept because I was just like, oh my God, I'm just preparing for my flight. Then my ex-fiance called me on Snapchat. I don't know what was going on, but what was going on at that time, it just wasn't for me. I'm bored of my flight. I land. I'm getting crazy messages from like people back in my town. This girl is so scared. She's spreading crazy rumors on me already. Like, crazy thing is, I never share anything with like anyone. No one really knows anything about me, not even like the closest people. I'll share stuff, but like I'm just not really a sharey person like that. So she's making up all this stuff about me, right? It's crazy. Like, and this was the thing too, I had noticed because I used to have a lot of parties at my ex's house. Like, we would throw a lot of stuff there, and like all my friends would come, and like we would just have a great time. His crib was like literally like a club, so we would have an amazing time. And I started to see, like, when this particular friend would come over, she would like try and like put herself out there with him. Like, first of all, I'm not an insecure girl because I know who I am and I know what my value is, so I'm never insecure. Why do you think my name is Coke Bar? Yeah, she just tried to always do the most with this specific ex, right? He was in the industry, so like all his plaques and stuff like on the walls and stuff like when you walk in. And she had to leave early one of these nights, so she left early, and she's like, okay, I'm just gonna walk myself out. Like, he's always like super nice, like who, no matter who it is, like he always, like, it was his crib, he always walks people like to his door. He was going to walk her, and then he was telling me to come, whatever. I think he knew the vibes too with her, but I was just like, no, go, because I wanted to test it, because I know I'm right. He didn't tell me anything at the time, which was also a red flag on his part, but like it is what it is. I wasn't tripping over that because there's nothing to compare and compete. A man too, she had a man, so every time like I would be at his crib, whatever, we'd be posting together, like we'd be outside and stuff, she would always like comment like, oh my god, you're so lucky, like, I love this for you, all this stuff, which is cool, but like, you know when it's actually genuine, and you know when it's like fugazi, like a red flag. Yeah, we broke up like way after that, but we always, like, we still keep in contact. We're in 2 different places and stuff, so yeah. Come to find out, they were at the same event one day, and he's seen her, clearly she's seen him, and she really tried to give her whole number to this man, like her entire number. And the crazy thing is, she was cheating on her boyfriend. She went low, so I had to go lower. At the time, I don't do that anymore because I could care less. When we were in Miami, she was texting like all these other men. She was texting her man's best friend. That's when you know, when girls are like that, that's when you know it's a red flag. You shouldn't even be hanging out with her. If she'll do that to her own man, she will do something grimy to you. That was like another red flag too. She was literally texting his best friend, bro. Like literally texting his best friend. So I told her man, she trying to give him mine. I told her man. Her man was so delusional though. He just didn't understand. They're not together anymore, so clearly he understood. But yeah, so she is really trying to go with my ex, and she always said that was her favorite ex of mine. Really got to look out for people, whatever. But that's why I stay very guarded. I stay distant, and I know whoever's in my circle right now is meant to be in my circle. Like, hands down. Like, I don't have time for like no new friends. I'm open, but at a distance, you know, so it's just crazy. There's no morals, there's no nothing nowadays, so that's why y'all have to have your own morals. Yeah, I hope you guys like this video. For more story times, I love you guys so much. Yeah, we're gonna get into some things right here. I have so much other stuff for more story times and just more about my life, and then we're gonna get into like vlogs and like the whole 9, tutorials and everything. I want my girls looking good, okay? But I love you, family. Stay blessed, my darlings.